History books have tried to erase us.
It has been taught so much that American Indians are dead and gone or vanished.
This is a study about a culture and a group of people that are still alive. Integral pieces of our values, our life ways, who we are being ripped away, thrown on a shelf.
It's like having a relative in jail or in prison. I've often used the word lost, but then I didn't feel comfortable using that word because we never lost it. It was stolen from us.
Why do you have them? And what are you doing with them? And what is the purpose? And how did you get them?
It's heartbreaking to watch your ancestors being extracted.
It feels disrespectful. It feels hurtful. It feels like a violation.
It creates this imbalance on the land, in our families, in our communities.
In essence, we're professional mourners.
We're just trying to make ourselves whole again, and repatriation gives us that opportunity to do.
So Native people are seen as the relics of the past, but also returning remains are seen as anti-scientific, and that is a real problem.
I actually heard this from several people that tribes wouldn't have a history if it wasn't for archaeologists to preserve them.
People in archaeology and related fields saying that the passage of NACRA and the requirement of repatriation was like the burning of the library in Alexandria in ancient times, that it was the destruction of knowledge, and that we as a university had to resist it at all costs.
You can't legislate intent. So as much as NACRA is seen as a way for tribes to have access, if the institution doesn't feel like this is an important law, doesn't understand it, isn't really invested in creating a collaboration between the institution and the tribes, you're not going to see good work being done.
There's still a lot out there that needs to be fixed. It might get fixed, it might not. It is a persistence. You just insist and insist and insist. And ultimately, people will see that you're not the threat, you're not the enemy, you're the solution. And they can be the solution. I think everybody should be proud of who they are, no matter. But don't steal our identity, because we don't go do that to anybody else. And they wouldn't let us.
The time has come for us to write our own history, to tell our own truth.
Con mucho delicadeza para poder mostrar lo que realmente pasa con estas niñas que son desaparecidas, pero también guardando el respeto y el dolor de las familias. Sé que es muy fuerte, sé que es muy crudo porque es lo que ellas contaban, pero les dije que lo iba a hacer con mucho respeto, pero yo quería que la sociedad viera lo que estaba pasando.
I'm very pleased that the Fowler has this piece that is given the status that it deserves.
So I thought, I want to make sure that this is known in the United States, and if it offers any support at all to the women who are fighting for their daughters, for their sisters, cousins who've been murdered, and trying to get the Mexican government to be responsive. Any support that my work can give to them, I'm definitely interested in doing that, and doing that on a continuing basis until the Mexican government does do something about it.
Juntar un grupo de personas que de verdad queremos ayudar y hacer el cambio. Eso fue lo que quise yo hacer, y es lo que me gusta a mí hacer.
Looking at the doors, and my impression is, I'm thinking about African Islam.
Well, I think it's interesting that these figures are on doors. That's a thing, right? So they're not on the wall, they're not somewhere where you can't reach them. You can hold on to them and you can open a door. They're a gateway to something.
And so we all know that it is very, very easy to enter into Senegal and be bombarded with images of Sufi saints and the awliya or walis of these sort of spiritual giants in and around Senegal, particularly in Dakar.
Well, the devotees of Eshu normally will hang it across over their shoulder in this way. And you will see that Eshu has cowries, plenty of cowries. Cowries in the pre-colonial days represented money. Eshu is one of the richest of the deities in the Yoruba pantheon.
Owo is money. Owo, or is it Ajay? Ajay, Ojo Ajay. Ajay is the Orisha of wealth, but Owo is masculine money. We talked about this. Masculine money, which is quick money. That's the money that gets things done quickly. Owo is cool money, peaceful money. We ask if the money is peaceful, so that we can enjoy our money, that it can take care of things, and be in our lineage for a long time. We don't lose our wealth.
The Loa is the energy that rule the world, our world and other worlds. The Loa are the ancestors. The Loa are forces of mysteries. The Loa are the invisible forces that guide us and give us meaning and existence.
She holds the knowledge of divination. So for any of you who are familiar with tarot cards, or with reading cowrie shells, or with performing feats of divining and prophecy, dreams, mystic dreams, all of these realms are connected to Lasiwe.
So this is the Ashtapad Tirtha Chodpata. And what this Chodpata is depicting is Gautam Swami's pilgrimage to the Ashtapad mountain.
And that's really one of the major significances of having these types of visual forms. It's not only to remember place, it's to impregnate in the mind of the practitioner the imagination, the images, so that in these instances of devotional acts, these images are easily recalled, and the associations of these major jinnas and these major figures are connected to this site, which makes it sacred.